Hey guys, this is Sam from Selvage Knits. Today I'm going to show you how to best work Colorwork flat. Now this has become a huge topic of conversation in the knitting community ever since Andrea Mowry's throwback sweater came out. And it's because most people assume that colorwork patterns in cardigans and things like that are typically worked in the round and then steeked at the end, cut up the center. In this situation, you're just actually working it flat. So since this is not something that most people have encountered before, people are really asking a lot of questions about it. It's not something that Kat and I had actually encountered before either. So we kind of went out there, did some research, looked at a few different things, and figured out which method works best. Now I'm going to show you the method that works best for us. It's the slip stitch method. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you guys right now. So as you can see here, I have a swatch that I've made up actually using the same colorwork pattern as Andrea Mowry's throwback sweater. And you can see here I've added in my third color on my right side, on the knit side. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to work the purl side. Now with the slip stitch method, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the first color that I have on my first stitch on the left-hand needle, which is my reddish color. It's actually rusted rainbow. But so you're going to keep your yarn in front just like you would to purl. And I'm going to go ahead and purl this stitch. Now the next color is yellow, not the color I currently have, not the color I'm working. So I'm just going to slip it. Green, not working that. So anything that you're not working with the current color that's in your hand, intentioned in your hand, just slip. So now I'm back to another red. So I'm going to go ahead and purl it. Slipping the stitches that I'm not working, another red, work that stitch, slip the ones that are not red, all the way over the whole row. So I'm just slipping whatever stitches I'm not working with the color that's currently being held in my hand. So now I have worked all of my red stitches. Now I need to go back and work these. So I'm going to take my piece and I'm going to slide it down my needle back to the other needle. So it's important that you work on circulars to do this. And then my next color is yellow. So already worked the red, move on to the first yellow stitch, pick up my yarn and knit the yellow stitches on this side. The great thing about this particular pattern is that when you're working it on the wrong side, all the colors stay the same as they were on the right side. So you don't really even have to look at the color work chart. You just know you're working the same color that you worked on the front side. Whether that's true for all patterns, I don't know, but for this particular pattern it is. So again, I'm just purling all of my yellow stitches, slipping anything that is not a yellow stitch, and I'm just doing this all the way across this row. So now I have just the one color left. Oop, I see, I almost purled that, so you got to be careful. So now I've worked my red and my yellow, and I have my greenish blue over here. So again, I'm just going to take my work, slide it down my needle, back to the other side, and now I'm going to work these blue stitches. So already worked this one, already worked the yellows, moving on to my first blue stitch, pick up that blue yarn, tension it, and go ahead and purl as you normally would. So I'm going to slip all of these. It's important to note I am slipping everything purl-wise so as to not twist any of the stitches. So you're slipping them all purl-wise. Another way to do this is to just pick up the strand that each one is, and then drop down each time and pick up the next strand that you're working on. Like I would drop this, pick up the yellow, knit yellow, drop the yellow, pick up the red. But for me, that was really time consuming because you have to keep retensioning your yarn. Whereas this, you only have to tension it once at the very beginning of the row and you're slipping the rest of them. So I think that this method is the fastest method for anyone that's just working with one hand. Now, if you're working with two hands, maybe retensioning for two and not the others, maybe that works better for you. We found that this works really well. It also works really well as far as the tension goes. The stitches remain really even. Your floats remain really even, nice and tidy. It's a really great technique to use when you're purling color work. So, thank you guys for watching. We hope that this is really helpful. If you have any comments or questions regarding this video, please go ahead and leave comments below. We'll try to get back to you on that. And we hope that everyone is enjoying the knit along over in the Magpie Fiber Ravelry group. And we thank you guys for watching.